ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia, accompanied by fellow BBIDs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem, Negaraku. Photographers, if I could kindly invite you to please take your seats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem for today will be led by our local songstress, Dasha Logan. Negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku, rakyat hidup bersatu dan maju, ramah bahagia Tuhan kurniakan, Raja kita selama bertakhta, ramah bahagia Tuhan kurniakan, Raja kita selamat bertakhta. Thank you very much, Dasha Logan. And ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Ter Leong Yap, President of NCCIM. Yang berbahagia Datuk CM Witness Warren, Chief Executive HRDF. Yang berusaha Encik Rizal Faris, President of Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, DPMM. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk Sri, Datin Sri, Dato, Datin, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, salam negaraku, sehati, sejiwa. Before we commence our program this evening, we would like to call upon Al-Fadid Ustaz Imam Muda Haji Abdul Jabbar Muhammad Kaza to recite a dua. Dipersilakan.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Karim, sesungguhnya kami berhimpun pada hari ini di dalam majlis makan malam bersama Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Muhammad Najib bin Tun Haji Abdul Razak bagi menyatakan kesyukuran di atas kurniaan-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur sama ada nikmat yang sedikit, lebih-lebih lagi nikmat yang melimpah ruah kepada kami. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, sesungguhnya Engkau Maha mengetahui bahawa kami Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia dengan kerjasama NCCIM dan sokongan HRDF ingin menyatakan hasrat kami untuk melihat ekonomi di negara kami berkembang pesat dan berdaya saing sesuai dengan hasrat Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri untuk menjadikan Malaysia negara maju di bawah lembayung rahmah dan kasih sayang-Mu ya Rabbal Alamin. Justru berkati dan rahmatilah perhimpunan kami ini, kurniakanlah kepada kami pintu-pintu rezeki-Mu, pintu-pintu kasih sayang-Mu, pintu-pintu ketenangan dan kemenangan. Sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan cahaya dan hidayah-Mu. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima dan menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram, kurniakanlah jua kepada kami kesihatan anggota, kecerdasan minda, ketenangan jiwa, kekuatan semangat. Semoga dengannya kami mampu mendepani cabaran, berdaya saing dan mampu mengangkat martabat diri, keluarga, masyarakat dan negara. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana hadha جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل فينا ولا معنا شقيا ولا محروما ولا مطرودا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار بفضلك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Yang Majlis merakamkan ucapan ribuan terima kasih kepada Yang Berbahagia Al-Fadhil Ustaz di atas penyempurnaan bacaan doa sebentar tadi. Thank you to Al-Fadhil Ustaz.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a spectacular evening that is set to change the face of commerce here in Malaysia, making it stronger, united as one, where the future begins tonight. My name is Julie Woon, and together with the charming Iskandar, we're delighted to be your MCs for tonight. And tonight's event is organized by the Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia in collaboration with the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Malaysia and supported by the Human Resources Development Fund.
Tonight, we usher in a new era in Malaysia that will propel our nation forward and ready to take on the challenge and opportunities that lay ahead in this fast-paced, ever-changing global economic landscape. Not to reveal too much, as you will hear more in due time. But first, let us begin tonight's celebration with a feast for the belly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, bon appetit right in front of you. We have a specially curated menu all the way from your hometown, Penang.
Yes, I'm from Penang.
Yeah, we'll share with you a little bit more information about this specially curated menu in just a bit. In the meantime, bon appetit and enjoy your dinner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for your information, tonight dishes are prepared from the team behind the famed Shahaban Catering in Penang. We believe in doing business without borders, and Penang is a clear example of a vibrant food industry that has contributed to the state's economic growth across various sectors.
It also happens to be the hometown of our esteemed organizer, Yang Berusaha, Encik Rizal Faris, who wanted to share a little bit of his magic from his hometown with all of you here today. I'm sure to the many Penangites in the room today, you would agree that Penang is the food capital of Asia and also the #1 gastronomical destination in the world. And so tonight, we're specially brought in the entire team, the executive chef, sous chef, and the entire crew from Shahaban to prepare tonight's meal to give you an authentic, fresh, and the best quality Penang food that you've ever tasted before. And remember, just a note of advice, please do save your appetite for a little treat, a very special Penang treat at the end of today's ceremony. In fact, you've seen some of the menu, yeah? You know about Shahaban. Perhaps you can share with us a little bit more.
No, there's a special menu I would like to share. This nasi hujan panas rawana. So nasi hujan panas is a colorful rice. I don't know why it is called nasi hujan panas, but if I remember correctly, it refers to the rainbow that forms after a short spell of rain.
Oh, okay. I see. That's very interesting. It's always nice to know the history behind your food before you enjoy it.
Yeah, Penang cuisine is a cuisine of the Multicultural Society of Penang, Malaysia.
Yeah.
And most of these cuisine are sold at a roadside stall known as hawker food. And tonight we present a special menu to all of our guests.
That's right. It smells delicious. It sounds delicious. It looks phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, please do enjoy your dinner. And while you continue to do so, we would like to pass the floor back to our band for this evening, Harmonic Perdana.
Rindu lukisan mata suratan, hatiku nan untung di badan rindu, rindu, rindu,
All right, thank you very much to Harmonic Perdana. They will be back in due time to stun us with their vocals very, very soon. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, while you continue to enjoy your dinner, let us welcome back our star performance for today. We had a little sneak preview of her fabulous vocals, and here she is again, the daughter of the legendary Loganathan from the Alley Cats. Please put your hands together for the beautiful Dasha Logan.
Thank you very much. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy my performance tonight. I'm going to kick it off with a song by P. Ramlee. This is Getaran Jiwa. Getaran jiwa melanda hatiku, tersusun nada irama dan lagu, walau hanya sederhana, tetapi tak mengapa. Moga dapat membangkitkan sedap
ladies and gentlemen, I trust that you have enjoyed this specially curated menu for this evening and are all energized to take on the rest of today's program.
And tonight's event will not be possible without the strong support of HRDF, who have been an instrumental partner to the Dewan and continues to take active steps to future-proof our Malaysian workforce to take on the challenge and opportunities ahead relating to human capital development.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to draw your attention to the screen in front of you for a video that introduces HRDF's blueprint for human capital development for 2018 to 2025.
A nation's workforce is what drives the economy. But what shapes it? In Malaysia, HRDF has played a major role in shaping our economy. But who is HRDF? HRDF, or the Human Resources Development Fund, is a leading agency that provides novel HRD solutions to the critical mass of businesses in Malaysia. Since our inception in 1993, HRDF has gained many successes, awards, and recognition, and we have been the driving force behind some of Malaysia's recent advances in the human capital development sector. In collaboration with the World Bank Group, HRDF has come up with an effectiveness study regarding our impact on the nation's workforce. HRDF registered companies show a 24 percentage point increase in staff training in its focus sectors. Companies in this sector registered a 19 percentage point hike compared to other sectors in relation to employees sent for training. Every additional 1% trained equals 3% increase in productivity by HRDF registered companies. 25% who attended HRDF trainings resulted in them getting promoted from unskilled to skilled jobs. However, good is not good enough when better is expected. In preparation for emerging trends like IR 4.0, which disrupts markets and displaces jobs, HRDF has intensified collaborations with industry. Introducing the blueprint for the nation's future workforce. The purpose is for HRDF to further fortify and build on the foundation and success of our accomplishments and prepare for the ever-changing business landscape. When we came up with the blueprint, we had one thing in mind: upskilling for all workforce. The key factor is that it complements every major nation planning document that has been put forth by our policymakers, ensuring that the country's workforce heads in the right direction. There are 6 strategic pillars in the blueprint that allow us to continue the journey. Improve compliance. Expand coverage strategically. Develop contestable training markets. Deploy intelligent human capital development solutions. Deploy lifelong human capital development solutions. Deploy learner-centered human capital development solutions. Implementing these strategies will result in an increased number of skilled workers, which will increase productivity, which will lead to higher income, create a competitive edge, and breed innovative mindsets. With these strategies in place, there is only one outcome: reaching our TN50 goal, Malaysia amongst the top 20 in economic development, citizen well-being, and innovation globally by the year 2050. HRDF remains committed to its mandate given by the Malaysian government to catalyze the development of a competent workforce that will be able to tackle the challenges of fast-changing trends. HRDF, preparing Malaysians to be future-ready.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give you an overview of what tonight's event entails, please join me to welcome our charismatic organizer and president of Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, yang berusaha Encik Rizal Faris on stage to deliver his welcome remarks.
I hope everybody enjoyed the Penang food that we took a lot of trouble to bring to Seri Perdana. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang amat berhormat Dato Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang amat berbahagia Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Ter Leong Yap, President of the NCCIM, yang berbahagia Tan Sri Kenneth Iswaran, President of MIKI, yang berbahagia Dato Jalilah Baba, President of MIKI, yang berbahagia Dato Saw Tien Lai, President of the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, yang dihormati YDP Dewan dan Kepimpinan MTEM, yang berbahagia Datuk CM Vigneswaran, Chief Executive of HRDF, representatives of the media, honored guests, my fellow Malaysians, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of the Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, I bid you a very warm welcome. We are delighted to see all of you tonight, Malaysia's captains of industries, leaders of businesses, and NGOs in the country. First things first, I would like to offer our heartfelt thanks to Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Najib dan Yang Amat Berbahagia the lovely Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor for allowing us to use of their stately home for this historic occasion. Thank you, Dato' Sri. Thank you, Datin Sri. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a personal story to share with you. 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to engage with our dear Prime Minister about our national development challenges. Now, during that meeting, he mentioned something extraordinary, and he said, this is what he said to me: today, non-state actors rules. Meaning that everybody, whether you're a teenage Zuckerberg or the person tweeting the hashtag Occupy Wall Street, or the organization that launched the first blockchain-based currency, can rapidly transform our world in every significant way. Those words by the Prime Minister, those words changed my vision and gave me the conviction to build our national level business NGO sector. And that has led me 5 years later to stand before you tonight. Thank you, Dato' Sri. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I call this a historic gathering? It's because tonight we have gathered here in this room a most distinguished company of business leaders. These are awesome personalities who represent the three vital pillars of national development: the public sector, the private sector, and the NGOs. When we come together and work as one, we can do amazing things for the nation's economy. After all, I want to emphasize here, it is always about the economy. It's about the economy. You must be aware that the business movers and shakers here tonight includes captains of industries, heads of business NGOs, business-oriented government agency heads, and many more that we have from the chamber brought together tonight to reflect what's important here: unity. Unity within the chamber community. Dan mereka-mereka ini bukan calang-calang orang, ya. Ladies and gentlemen, why did we initiate this coming together of business leaders? It is because we need to unite and get our act together to take on the challenges of our rapidly changing global economy. As a community, we must learn to embrace the technological future to be able to surf the waves of globalization. You know, I have children who are still studying in school. And I often wonder, what kind of future will I leave for them? As business leaders, we have a responsibility to future-ready our nation. For this, ladies and gentlemen, I have prepared some visuals to show you our vision.
What kind of future do we give our children? Our world has become more unstable. We're constantly hit by all manner of crises, from financial market crashes to the destabilization of commodity prices. At the same time, our world is also being transformed rapidly by new technologies and demographic change. The rise of the digital economy is like a tsunami that will shake our current ways of life. From the rise of new financial technologies to the proliferation of cryptocurrency, our children will be transacting goods and services in ways we can't even begin to imagine. With the fourth industrial revolution, we have to embrace new types of global supply chains. With the huge advancements in robotics and artificial intelligence, the very nature and definition of labor is being challenged. What kind of jobs will our children be able to take? The world's economic center of gravity is fast moving east, creating rapidly expanding markets and huge business opportunities. We must seize the opportunities that are opening up. The ASEAN Economic Community will create a robust market of 700 million people. China's One Belt, One Road initiative, or OBOR, will create the world's largest platform for economic cooperation. The OBOR will be a major catalyst for the global halal market. From the early days of nation building, our chambers of commerce and business organizations have played key roles as a partner in development, opening doors, building bridges, and creating new opportunities for the benefit of the business community. Today, we have revived that same spirit. This is the new gala, a combined force of Malaysia's chambers of commerce and business organizations. By coming together as a united front, we are ready to support our community to take on the new economic challenges. How do we do this? By intensifying engagement with our members, by forging new and smart partnerships, by launching the Dewan Global Initiative, and by creating new business opportunities. Today, traditional business models are crashing. They don't work anymore. Power is now in the hands of the consumer. The new real estate is the digital platform. It's no longer business as usual. We must unite to ride the wave. For the sake of our children, we can't sit still.
Yes, my fellow Malaysians, we can't sit still. We must grab the bull by the horns. We must unite and organize ourselves. I remember our Prime Minister saying once that alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. So let us join forces together to continue building our great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is tonight. The future is with you. The future is now.
Huge round of applause for the 16th initiative by the Dewan that consists of Chamber of Commerce, NGOs, and economic associations.
And thank you, Yang Berusaha Encik Rizal Faris, for that inspiring speech earlier on. And now moving forward, it is with great pleasure that we welcome the President of the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Ter Leong Yap, on stage for his speech.
Terima kasih. Yang amat berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib bin Tun Haji Abdul Razak, and yang amat berbahagia Datin Paduka Sri Rosma Mansor, our Prime Minister of Malaysia, and his wife. Yang berusaha Encik Rizal Faris bin Mohidin Abdul Kadir, President of Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, DPMM, Vice President of National Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Malaysia, NCCIM. Tan Sri Kenneth, Maiki President, Datuk Wira Jalila Baba, MICCI President, and Datuk Sultan Lai, the President of MMM. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian, a very good evening and warm welcome to you. It gives me great pride to see so many of you here for this momentous occasion. The future begins tonight, and I could not have hoped for a better company than those of you present here tonight. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Prime Minister and his wife for hosting us in this very meaningful venue, the Seri Perdana the official home of our Prime Minister and his family. Thank you very much, Honorable Prime Minister and the wife. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to record my sincere appreciation to our Prime Minister for his unwavering support towards the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Malaysia, NCCIM. Since assuming the presidency of NCCIM in November 2016, my committee and I have had numerous events, meetings, and discussions with our Prime Minister, which really shows that the Prime Minister places great importance of business in the national agenda. To give you an idea of the depth of our discussions, our NCCIM meetings with our Prime Minister have covered issues such as creating a more competitive business environment, addressing the cost of doing business and cost of living, increasing transparency, and accelerating SME vendor development program, enhancing export, foreign labors issue, etc. Despite having so many things in his plate, our Prime Minister has been extremely receptive in engaging with us, which gives us renewed confidence in the government's management of the economy and business policies. Thus far, ladies and gentlemen, the progress of Malaysia's economy has been very encouraging. Since 2009, our Dato Sri Najib became the Prime Minister. The gross national income, GNI, has increased to a remarkable 50% growth. According to the government's economy report, GNI grew 9.1%, equivalent to Ringgit Malaysia 1.3 trillion last year in 2017. And this year, estimating 7.7% growth to approximately RM 1.4 trillion in this year. And the World Bank recorded Malaysia's GDP growth last year at 5.8%, which is the highest rate since 2014. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the International Living Magazine ranked Malaysia #1 in Asia for the best places to retire, 5th in the world, citing our country as easy, English-speaking, and the first world. As you can see, Malaysia is doing well, already making waves in international circles, and we must continue to build on these advantages. So congratulations to our Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, while NCCIM is primarily a business organization, we should not forget that national unity is a constant theme in everything that we do. Without peace and harmony, national development would not be possible. Therefore, we have organized the first ever Moments of Unity in January last year, 2017, where over 5,000 people from all walks of life had morning exercises with our Prime Minister to promote national unity and, of course, many other activities on that day. Building on the success of Moments of Unity 1, we then organized Moments of Unity 2 in September 2017, which was held in conjunction with raising the national flag. Now, NCCIM will continue to organize Moments of Unity 3, 4, 5, and so on. NCCIM will continue to promote national unity. At a time of increasing complexities in the global business landscape, ladies and gentlemen, our very first NCCIM National Economic Forum, we call it NEF, was organized last year, August. Once again, we're privileged to have the Prime Minister there with us to deliver his keynote address. The forum featured a diverse range of speakers, from respected central banker Tan Sri Andrew Cheng to former Cirque du Soleil solo artist turned thought leader Jesco Friedrich, as well as experts from retail, construction, property, and startup TechCo. We also witnessed performances from our homegrown world champion, the Tobisa dance group from Sabah, who won gold at the Dance World Cup, and the Haris Iskandar, who was crowned the funniest person in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with such an interesting lineup, it was therefore not surprising that 1,000 delegates, 1,000 participants were clamoring for more. NCCIM has also been busy with a very active calendar in events, some of which were led by either the Prime Minister and the Minister of International Trade and Industry, which included visits by the King of Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, the President of Sri Lanka, the Foreign Minister of Kosovo, and a strong 50 delegations from Thailand, as well as business delegations to the United States, China, India, South Korea, and Sri Lanka. Indeed, in the global arena, the Associated Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ACCIM, alone has been actively expanding our network overseas, having signed over 70 MOUs or agreements with chambers of commerce and business organizations in ASEAN as well as across the world. Now, NCCIM will continue to build on this platform to encourage our businesses to go global. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to take NCCIM to the next level, it is vital that we tap into the collective strength of our constituent chambers. We started by forming the NCCIM Youth Council in September last year, before establishing various committees, including NCCIM Advisory Council, NCCIM Committee on Digital Economy, NCCIM Committee on the Industrial Revolution 4.0, and the NCCIM Committee on Economic Transformation. As their names suggest, these committees are extremely forward-looking because future challenges will require new innovation solutions. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, we were also embarking on joint chamber collaboration at state level. Every single state in the country will have this joint chamber of commerce. This will not only leverage on the strength each constituent chamber at a more focused and localized level, but also encourage multiracial cooperation and networking among the grassroots, thus enhancing racial harmony as well. With the launch of the new Dewan, we call it the Dewan, we will be able to bring together our respective chambers into the more unified, cohesive, and organized force. This will not only intensify engagement among members, but also prepare them for the challenges ahead through new smart partnership, global initiatives, and business opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, the 16 initiatives to be rolled out represent a concerted effort to improve collaboration and leverage on our strengths in a more structured and organized manner. Encik Rizal, my good friend, and I had many long discussions over these matters. Just as no man is an island, we are all very much in the same boat. While wealth creation is a key purpose for every business, this is understandable. But wealth sharing should be the new mindset moving forward. It is only with mutual cooperation and more equitable distribution can we create a better and more harmonious society. Therefore, NCCIM, the Dewan, is committed to cultivate a culture of wealth sharing in Malaysia's business community. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate my good friend Encik Rizal for organizing such wonderful event, a very unique presentation just now. He has been a very dynamic and proactive leader in DPMM, which will, of course, in turn, strengthen the NCCIM, our Dewan, and therefore contribute more effectively to our effort in building our nation. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of NCCIM, on behalf of the Dewan, I'd like to offer my heartfelt appreciation to our Prime Minister and his wife for housing us in their official residence. And I wish everyone a wonderful and fruitful night. Ladies and gentlemen, the future begins tonight. And tonight begins with you and with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Teh Leong Yap, President of National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Malaysia. Moving on with our program, ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege and great honor to invite on stage Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia, to deliver his keynote address. Please welcome Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri Muhammad Najib.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good evening and salam negaraku Malaysia. Yang Besar Encik Rizal Faris, Presiden Malay Chamber of Commerce Malaysia. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Teh Leong Yap, Presiden NCCIM, President Mikey, President Missy, President FMM, Secretary General MITI, seterusnya, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me welcome you all, officials and members of DPMM, NCCIM, HRDF, leaders from agencies, business and industry, and the media, to Seri Perdana for this gala evening. Thank you for bringing Penang to Seri Perdana. I can attest that the food was very authentic, and I especially like the balik pulau durian. Fortunately, in a sense, the Chinese have not had access to balik pulau durian as yet, so we still have a chance to have balik pulau durian. Ladies and gentlemen, the future begins tonight might sound like a grand title, but as it involves the launch of the Global Council strategy involving 5 international initiatives and the DPMM Master Plan 2018, which also includes 16 national initiatives, it is one that is justified. We all know that DPMM and NCCIM have a long track record in being a key driving force behind Malaysia's economic achievements. So let me congratulate Saudara Rizal Faris of DPMM and Tan Sri Teh Leong Yap of NCCIM for leading this commendable initiative to present a unified Chamber of Commerce that will complement and support the government efforts as we adapt to the challenges of the 4th Industrial Revolution and capitalize on its opportunities. Your powerful messages of unity bodes well for all the chambers of commerce throughout the nation to work together as one cohesive force to make the most of the tremendous possibilities today. As it is, the government's economic transformation program has already created 2.26 million jobs, of which over 1 million are high income. He has seen our gross national income increase by over 50%. We've had years of strong growth, with inflation and unemployment kept low, while hardcore poverty has almost been eliminated. Year after year, we have been reducing the deficit, and our efforts have been commended time and time again by the World Bank, IMF, and many other renowned international bodies. In fact, the World Bank revised its growth estimate for Malaysia for the year 2017, not once, not twice, but in fact 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, our plan for Malaysia has delivered, and it's continuing to deliver. Just last November, for instance, we recorded the highest exports ever, valued at 83.5 billion ringgit. But as one of the world's top 25 exporting nations, we should be relentless in seeking new markets, diversifying our products, and providing new job opportunities for our young people. I am in complete agreement with you, Rizal. We cannot afford to sit still. This is why, while we have many programs to foster business and entrepreneurship here in Malaysia, and we are constantly looking to provide new incentives, training and opportunities for all Malaysians, we must look not only to the region, but beyond it. The foreign direct investment we receive in Malaysia provide jobs and skill transfers and improves the standard of living for millions of families, and we welcome it wherever the investors come from. Just as I can tell you that countries around the world are very glad when Malaysians go to invest there. So as the world's economic epicenter moves east, it becomes clear to everyone that in the 21st century, Asia's time has truly come, and we must make the most of this moment. And that means we must certainly take advantage of China's Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, which has the potential to create the world's largest platform for economic cooperation. When I spoke to President Xi Jinping in Beijing during the Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation last May, he shared his anticipation about just what possibilities the BRI could open up. The BRI's aim at connecting cities in 68 countries across Asia, Europe, and Africa. This represents a market of approximately 4.4 billion people, or about 63% of the world's population and 30% of global GDP. Those are the markets that Malaysia will be able to tap into even more once connectivity is enhanced. This is already happening. Take, for instance, Jack Ma's participation in the creation of Malaysia's digital free trade zone, an e-commerce platform that complements the BRI goals of unimpeded trade. More than 1,900 SMEs are already committed to participate in the DFTZ. It is expected that $65 billion worth of goods will be moving through it, creating 60,000 direct and indirect jobs by 2025. The export growth of Malaysia's SMEs goods is also targeted to double by the year 2025 through this initiative. The 5 international initiatives announced today also involve important collaborations with countries from around our region: India, Sri Lanka, China, and Indonesia. And I can assure you that when we say these examples of cooperation are win-win, this government will be making certain that Malaysia does its share of winning. Ladies and gentlemen, needless to say, we must continue to innovate. We must embrace new technologies and new ways of thinking. And we must always be thinking of how we can make our skills more cutting edge and our people more qualified for the new economy of this century. On behalf of the government, I give you my assurance that we will do our part to innovate in the public sector to complement the significant efforts of the private sector and the NGOs that the Dewan represents. I wish to reiterate that your contributions over many decades since the Malaysian International Chamber of Commerce was formed in 1837, the Associated Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Malaysia in 1921, Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia in 1938, the Malaysian Association Indian Chamber of Commerce in 1950, and the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers in 1968 have been pivotal to the nation's economic progress. For long before there were dedicated ministries in the government to look after the needs of the business community, the Chambers of Commerce were already organizing marketplaces and financial schemes and facilitating entrepreneurs' networking and development programs. So as I conclude, let me pay tribute to this admirable initiative that has all the Chambers of Commerce coming together to work towards the future we want for Malaysia. And I fully agree that this evening is not just about unity, it's about action, and it's about doing things together. Inshallah, if you move as one cohesive force, you can make many, many things happen. And I would like to reassure you of my unstinting effort to make you realize your dream as the future begins here, right here, tonight. Let me take this opportunity to once again congratulate this exemplary collaboration between DPMM under the leadership of Encik Rizal Faris, who has breathed new life into the Dewan, and to thank NCCIM, led by Tan Sri Ter Leong Yap, for your commitment and dedication, and Dato Vignes Varan, Chief Executive of HRDF, for sponsoring this historic event. And I'm told that HRDF will provide something like 30 million ringgit for the training and skilling of workers, and they will work through the Dewan to make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us ensure we seize this moment and make sure that the future truly begins tonight. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Maha Berhormat. So we'd like to invite Yang Mak Berhormat Dato Sri to remain on stage for the next program. May we also invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Ter Leong Yap, President of NCCIM, Yang Berbahagia Datuk CM Witness Warren, Chief Executive HRDF, and Yang Berusaha Encik Rizal Faris to witness the recognition ceremony. Dipersilakan.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the next highlight of this evening's program. As part of the 16 initiatives introduced tonight, Dewan Global aims to facilitate entry into new and untapped market with collaborative efforts across borders. And we're not just doing the talk, we're also walking the talk and putting our actions right in front of us.
In fact, we have with us tonight the Dewan Global partners who have specially flown in from across the region to witness this historic event tonight. We would like to invite our special guest on stage to receive a mementos from Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri Najib. Please welcome from Badan Koordinasi Penamaan Modal Indonesia, Bapak Muhammad Iksan Adi Prabowo, Chief Investment.
Thank you very much, Bapak Muhammad Iksan. From the China Rainbow International Investment Company Limited, please welcome Mr. Li Dachan, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. And next, from Nawaloka Group, Sri Lanka, let's welcome Mr. Jayanta Damadasa, Executive Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jayantha. From VBC Group India, please welcome the Managing Director, Mr. MSP Ramarao.
Thank you, Mr. MSP Ramarao. And from Hero Future Energies India, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director, let's welcome Mr. Sunil Jain.
Thank you, Mr. Sunil. And now we would like to introduce a very special partner of Dewan Global who has been instrumental in creating strategic linkages for the DPMM in China. She is none other than the chairman of City Roll Company Limited and executive chairman of the Belt and Road Economic and Trade Exchange. And she is also the prime mover of the planned Weinan Halal Tech Park to support the One Belt, One Road Halal Market. Please welcome Ms. Regina Deng Chitan to receive her honor as DPMM's Trade Ambassador in China.
For your information, this historic event is being covered by the top media platforms in China and is the result of our special partner. Ms. Regina has also brought a special gift from Weinan, China to be presented to our Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Now this is truly a special gift from Weinan in China. And its uniqueness lies in the painter, as the painter was the neighbor of the President of China.
Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Ms. Regina. Thank you, Regina. Thank you very much. And now moving on. This is where things get even more interesting, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of DPMM, we would like to present Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri with a special memento that is alive and kicking. Now, as we've seen earlier on, as part of the Bustana Kuching initiative that is established to seize the lucrative global feline industry, to mark this special initiative, we would like to invite Mr. Thomas Jung, President of the Malaysia Cat Lovers Club, to present a special gift to our Honourable Prime Minister in the form of an exotic Persian cat. As we all know, our Honourable Prime Minister is one of the biggest cat lovers in the country, and whom inspired the creation of the Malaysia Cat Lovers Club. Now you must be wondering why we're giving a cat in such an event. Well, if you take a look at the screen, it is a $150 billion industry worldwide. To the left, we have an example of the most famous cat in Hong Kong. It was sold at $5,000 US. It was missing for 10 months, and when somebody found it and returned to the owner gifted the person with 400,000 Hong Kong dollars, making this cat the most famous cat in Hong Kong. And to reap the benefit of this lucrative feline industry, this is where Bustana Kuching comes into place. In this box right in front of you, unfortunately we're not going to open it right yet, it is the very first Kuching Malaysia. And this is estimated to be a $2 billion industry in the span of 5 years, with the first Kuching Malaysia estimated to be worth more than $50,000 US. And we will reveal the first Kuching Malaysia on the 24th of February in conjunction with the launch of Bustana Kuching. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Tom. As we have heard and seen earlier, the HRDF blueprint outlines initiatives that look to future-proof our mission talent for future jobs that may not exist today thanks to disruptive technologies. Yang Berbahagia Dato, we invite you to present the very first copy of this blueprint to Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri and officially launching plans to grow and upskill our master talent.
With that, thank you very much, Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri, for doing us the honor, and thank you to Tan Sri Cha, and thank you to Dato Vietnamese Baran, thank you Yang Berusaha, Encik Rizal Faris. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the treat specially brought in from Penang that we've mentioned about, which our Honourable Prime Minister has mentioned earlier as well. Coming to your tables right now, we have the famed Balik Pulau Penang Durian. We hope that you've saved some appetite for this. For those who love durians, today is your night. For those who do not enjoy durians, well, this is a good time to start loving the king of fruit. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to enjoy the rest of the evening, and of course, the famed Balik Pulau Penang Durian.
Saya sangat orang kata gementar ya untuk menyanyikan lagu ni sebab Datin sendiri minta lagu ni ke Boleh Datin Seri menyanyi dengan saya? Bolehlah. Semua nak dengar suara merdu Datin Seri. Silakan. Boleh? Okey, tak apa. Saya nyanyikan lagu ni. Tapi lepas ni Datin Seri kena nyanyi ya, boleh? Okey? Okey, terimalah untuk lagu yang seterusnya. For the next song will be a song called Perfect.
Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, NCCIM and HRDF. We would like to thank all of our guests and also to our guest band, Seri Perdana. Because with this, we'd like to conclude with a message. Future begins tonight. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Berjumpa lagi.